You're listening to Into the Smoke, hosted by Patrick Harmon. Hey guys, what's up? So we had our first race at Chicagoland Speedway. That was our first playoff race. And guess who won? You guessed it. Toyota Trucks Jr. So I only have about three to five things. Got 3 to 5 things we want to talk about today. So what happened there was that Trucks Jr. won. So he's locked in the next round. He was probably already locked in, but he wanted to what's that word called? Solidify that. So he did that. He went over the next round, and he did that. So there's not much to say about that. I'm kind of wanting somebody else to win this year, but pretty crazy what's been going on with those Toyotas this year. I know real quick. I know some people were talking about tire testing. At the track, they were testing tires. They were going to a blue tent, and I don't understand what threw a lot of people off when they were testing tires. They've done it in the past where they poke holes in the tires and then yeah, they basically tire test, and that's basically what they do. They got to make sure they don't poke holes in the tires, and when they drive like that, they drive a couple laps after a caution, and then they come back in and change tires, and they say it's a loose lug nut or something like that. It's usually a good sign to at least test the tires. Not a good sign to say, hey, it's a loose lug nut, but I mean, it's a good sign to say that we should probably go test them, and that's what NASCAR does. They don't mess around. They don't, especially during chase or playoffs or whatever you want to call this, what we're in right now. So yeah, Trucks Jr. got the win for Chicagoland. Moving on to New Hampshire. I'm hoping somebody gets better luck. Kurt didn't get have good luck, and Harvick. I think Harvick had okay. I believe he ended up finishing. Harvick got third, but I know Kurt didn't get that good. Yeah, he's all the way down here. He's 19th. He's 19th. So next order of business. Chase driver. Playoff driver. Whatever you want to call it. Again, I'm going to probably say it different every single time, but it really doesn't matter what you call it. At the end of the day, they're all doing the same thing. It's basically the same thing. Maybe a little bit tweaked, but whatever. Chase Elliott got an L1 penalty. Looks like for a what do you call that? I forget what they called that. Aerodynamics. I don't know what that means. If you guys want to look it up, it's section 20.20 in the rule book. So one thing I would love to have for like a present of some sort, or a reward or something, is a NASCAR rule book. It'd be so cool to be like. So this rule states that. So it'd be kind of cool. But yeah, it's section 20.20 in the rule book. So yeah, he finished second. So he lost the points. The loss of points took him from 6th to 8th, which I'm pretty sure that means that he's on the bubble right now. No, he is not on the bubble right now, but yeah, because it goes. I'm thinking of I'm thinking of the next series he would be on, but that's pretty big. I knew there was going to be some L1 penalties handed out. That was no joke. They I just didn't think it was going to be a point where they were going to hand them out. Like this was going to be the first race gets the first penalty. So Chase Elliott gets the penalty. He's going to lose his crew chief. So hopefully he wins it. Or hopefully he bounces back from it, but don't know. Next up, Kasey Kahne has a ride. I just found this out today, so I don't know, like, if everybody's found this out yet. Leavine Family Racing announced Tuesday, which was yesterday, that 18 wins, that's what they call them in the of the Cup Series, will be their driver of the 95. They don't talk. They just go on and on and on. He's only driven for the past 5 seasons. He did get the. I remember that he got the win at Indianapolis in July. Talking about the confidence level was raised. They're looking for the right crew chief. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I literally just realized that I haven't been talking the whole time. They're looking for the right crew chief for the for Kasey Kahne. So, like, obviously he's not going to be able to take his crew chief from Hendricks over to Leavine. And I believe that's Michael McDowell's spot, and they really haven't. They didn't say too much about what's going on with Michael McDowell. I'm guessing he is he's doing something else. So moving on to the headline story from yesterweek's, whatever. Tony Stewart was talking about Danica, and I believe Tony basically took her. I know he had to get some help on her car at the 10 the first year she came in. I believe it was Baldwin Racing that she drove. It was a co-ownership of the 10 that year, but the next year, Tony she had a full ride with Tony, and I believe if I'm a big Tony fan, I'm a Smoke fan, whatever, and I believe whatever Tony says, I think we should keep it like close, meaning Tony said I don't see her leaving the sport, meaning Danica, like, she's been in here a long time, and she's already cut her teeth a lot, and got banged up and bruised. She's had some really bad wrecks, but not bad enough possibly seeing her leave, but meaning bad enough to like she wants to see this thing through. She wants to see a championship. She doesn't want to be a Dale Jr. She wants to see this thing go through. She wants to go and say, "Hey, like, you know what I mean?" And I don't know if I talked about it, last week, but I heard this one guy on YouTube. He's like, "Oh, I'm not a Danica hater or whatever. I just don't I just don't you know what I mean, I support her if she wins." It's like, dude, I've supported her since she came in NASCAR. I remember, I remember the years before that and during her coming into NASCAR. I remember seeing all this stuff, and before I kind of like got full blown into, like, I used to watch NASCAR, but before that, she would have her, like, she had like like stuff out on at, like, I believe Walmart, and us as a family, we wouldn't go to Walmart. Didn't go as Walmart as we used to very much, but now we do a lot more, you know, you know, but back to my point, I would see all of her, like, we would see like posters hanging, because cause like she got I think she had a sponsorship there or something, but it was just like I have supported her 159%, like 160% even, if you want to get mad about the 59. Like, she has brought so much to the sport, and Tony knew that, because he did the exact same. He cut his teeth on exact same thing. He cut his teeth on IndyCar and all that stuff. And when he saw her coming in, he wanted to help her. And when I hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm not a Danica's hater," I just don't understand. I want to support her, but she doesn't win, or she wins in a different category. Look at all of her sponsors. Yes, a sponsor came out, like, pulled out the that one sponsor. But she still has the major, the corporate dentist. She still has that. She has so many other sponsors. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm downgrading her because I forget her sponsors, but she does still have sponsors. Yes, now she doesn't have sponsors, but she came clean about that. She said, "Well, this year we kind of like dragged her, like, spun our tires on trying to find some sponsors for this car this year," and she even sponsored her own car. That's how bad she wants to drive in this car. You know what I mean? Most people, like, you know what I mean, would just be like, "Okay, we're just not gonna drive this week," but she had the backing for it, you know, and she wanted to get her brand out, you know. So when people say that I don't support her, but because I don't but I want because I want her to see her succeed. She really has succeeded, from coming from, like, even if you go back to the watch some of her IndyCar videos, like, people have like shown and all that stuff, and then she's gotten like this, like, she had that really hard, mean temper, and then all NASCAR drivers do. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but basically it's because you're pounded by people every single day of the week. Like, "Oh, can I get signature? Can I get this?" It goes back all the time, and you don't want to be mean to them, but at the same time, it gets kind of annoying. And then I saw this one video where I believe it was back in Indy as well, back IndyCar racing, where she got, like, pushed at just because she didn't sign a hat or something, and they were like, what? They said like they cussed at her or something, and the guy right, sorry guys, bumped your ear, but they the guy right next to her, like right next to the person that get mad at him, was filming the whole thing, and they got mad at him, like the guy was filming the whole thing, and he filmed him, and it's like they cussed at her and everything, and why can't you not get mad at that person? But going from that, and she has a very low temper. I could not be a NASCAR driver. One, I couldn't even drive a straight line when a driver bumps into me or causes a move. And I was doing a little bit on NASCAR Heat too. I was getting so pissed. I was like, dude, I get gaming rage really bad. That's what I'm trying to work on. And I'm not even, no joke, guys. I get gaming rage. I was getting Suarez in the Xfinity series got bumped into me and pushed me into infield, and usually infield's harder than the, out harder than the outside. But anyway, guys, I don't know where I was going with that really, but anyway, Tony talked to with Dan Patrick Show, which is a I believe it's on the Fox network, about Danica returning, and he had a very he had the same beliefs as I did, he knows Danica's coming back. Everybody knows Danica's coming back, so hopefully he is. It might not be with all she wants is a competitive ride, meaning she doesn't want somebody not the best. Like, maybe not. I'm not gonna pull out any specific name right now. She does not want to go to the Xfinity series. I know, that's kind of a weird option that people have brought up. I'm like, why does she want to go over to a series full time? I don't know why she would want to do that. So, Tony got also asked a few other things. Marriage was also brought up. I don't know why. He is a very eligible but known bachelor in the Xfinity or in the NASCAR community. He says he's made it 46 years. So I don't know. He also got he says on his prize possession, if I had to leave my house, I've got to grab the last championship trophy I have in NASCAR, 2011, because that was the hardest one to win for sure. For sure, like if you're gonna like any win, like any one, like the last win is always the hardest. I wish he would have got the one his last year. It was kind of cool, but it's kind of like you guys did not hear me say that. Junior and Tony are. I made a video kind of ranting about the exact same thing. So do not listen me on the Junior. Don't listen to me on that. But I guess he also got asked on Junior's Periscope live. Oh, that live stream on Periscope. I've been thinking about that too. Let me get back to that on a few things. But says every Sunday after the race he watches it, just to see what's going on in his day going on, basically to see what's going on in his day. He kind of talks about how Dale Jr. had and Dale Jr. and to get people to run up and literally just bump into you to get an autograph or a picture. I couldn't deal with that, with it like he does. He's just a great man and a great personality. On to that extent, the autograph thing, no way. I would not do that to any driver, celebrity, or anything. Might scream out their name like, "Hey, Tony! Hey, Kurt! Hey, Leonardo DiCaprio!" But I'm not gonna run up on them, like shove them like they're just some, like, I don't know, like some person on the side of the street. So I don't understand why Junior's getting thrown up like that. I mean, he might be the most signature driver, but come on, people, you need to be more nicer. On the other end, Tony, I believe is a very nice person. You see him laughing all the time, so he's got something. I laugh all the time too. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I don't, but you know. Sometimes you're not happy with everything, but it's sometimes whatever. But but with the whole thing with Tony, I have never met him personally. I'm gonna back that up real quick. I've never met the guy personally. I've had some close calls though. I actually tried to email him. I tried to email. I thought I was emailing him one time, and they ended up being. I emailed. I guess it was It was the office of Eldora Speedway. So I think I ended up just like washing that out at that time. I wanted to set up a time. I talked to my mom. I was like, well, what if I met him? Because I heard that I still believe his actual, I don't know if it's Tony Stewart Racing's shop or whatever, is actually in Indianapolis, because I believe his Tony Stewart Racing is actually in Indianapolis still. I know it used to be, but I thought Tony Stewart Racing is now in either the Carolinas, in Charlotte or Charlotte or North or South Carolina somewhere, or somewhere else. So I believe it's still there. That's why, and his family runs that, as far as I know. So I was hoping that I would either get, like, not even really an interview, just to meet him. And I wasn't going to be able to go all the way. And that race lines up with the Indianapolis race. So I think I even asked him, like, if you would even have a chance to give me a physical talk with him on at the Indianapolis race, I would be able to do it, because the truck race at Eldora was on a Wednesday or Thursday. I believe it's on the Wednesday, and then the Sunday race is over in Indy. So nevertheless, it didn't work out. I think I ended up not emailing the right the right organization or person, but it really wasn't his fault. It was just my bad, and I kind of wanted to do it still, but I have a lot of ideas in my head of ways to get. I just want to get them all out in a good way. That way, things can work out. But why don't we wrap this thing up? In general, Tony and Danica have a very big relationship. I think Tony knows that. I think Danica knows that, and it's professional. By the way, I'm not being stupid or anything like that. So, like, in 2018, in February, I'm pretty sure Danica will will still be talking and thanking, not even just talking, thanking Tony for all of what he's done to help Tony, Danica, and whoever else was helping Danica. I'm guessing in the in the Cup Series. I don't know what her relationship with Junior Motorsports is, because she did drive with Junior Motorsports for her Xfinity racing and her nationwide. It went back a little bit, so but definitely with Tony Stewart. She's definitely going to be thinking and talking with him still in February 2018. Moving on from that, that is all we're going to talk about in NASCAR world. Truex Jr.'s got a win. Chase Elliott got an L1. I guess that's still encumbered. I thought NASCAR was going to just call that something totally different in the playoffs. To the realm of me talking about or thinking of ways to improve this channel, I'm kind of new to this whole thing, guys. I'm new to both guys. I'm gonna call it. I'm renaming it. Podcasting and all that stuff. So, like, if you guys are out there on the radio waves of podcasting, if you guys are out there, know of any ways, like any ways of getting a sponsorship, a way to get not really these like video sponsorships, but maybe like a car spot, like kind of like a NASCAR sponsorship, you know. Maybe I'll say like, hey guys, what's up? Because I know Junior's podcast. I used to listen a little bit. They would bring in his sponsors, like what's the car paint one? I can't think of that one. But they would sit there and talk, like car talk, and then they would be like, okay, so what's up, guys? And it would actually be part of the podcast. I'm not gonna record a commercial. I'm just gonna be like, so guys, you guys heard of I'm trying to think of one out here that's not very obvious. So, been riding lately with these Davis and pins, and not be really kicking for me. But then when I switch to these Bic pins, alright, they really fly, they really write good, and when I want to write something quick, I click the top right, and it goes good. Something like that. It's not gonna take away from any of the audio listening quality. Just gonna hear like a 20 to 30 second clip of me talking about a pen or Axalta. That's what it is. Axalta paints or something like that. It's like, have you ever heard of Axalta? Oh, you have not. Axalta paints. And the other thing is, I know I haven't done that commercial in a while, and I probably won't. It was kind of a bad on my part, because I just didn't like it. But I might I'm not like I haven't redone my intro yet either. But I kind of want to do I kind of want to have co-hosts in the studio. I don't really get too many people that like NASCAR like I do. So like the most people I know don't like NASCAR, so I talk to them anyway. I talk their ear off about NASCAR and all that stuff. But anyway, guys, if you guys hear about those two things and you want to support it, I also will be talking on my gaming channel somewhat similar things, more like gaming style stuff. But if you want to go over there as well, I will be. I'm probably gonna work on it today. I need to focus, but I need to work on an idea I have in my head. So If you guys want to go over to that channel as well, it's Pat's Gaming. It will be linked with this channel. I will also link it with this video. All these videos will also be linked. I'll put a new link as well, so you guys will know what that channel is all about. It's all about gaming. NASCAR Heat 2, American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator 2, spin tires. Pretty soon we'll have a farming simulator. That 2017. I haven't heard any of the new update. I haven't heard of a new game update yet, but that's a pretty cool game too. And we're gonna do some. We're only gonna do that in the winter, and it's gonna be like we're gonna be plowing snow and all that stuff, and be riding in some off-road vehicles. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching another episode of Into the Smoke. Sorry if it's been all over the place. It kind of like not focused and all that stuff. So like I said, thank you for listening to another episode of Into the Smoke. And well, we talked about him today. Stay out of the smoke.